Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Today our team gonna present you about the bankruptcy analysis of Sritex based on its financial statement over the last 3 years. So before we start our uh, presentation, I'm gonna introduce myself. My name is Eric Rifki Hermawan and my partner.
Alfat Ardiansyah.
Okay, so for the next slide. We're gonna talk about the background about the company, which is Sritex. PT Sri Rejeki Isman Tbk Sritex was one of the largest integrated textile manufacturers in Southeast Asia and a major supplier of military uniforms to various countries worldwide. In recent years, the company faced severe financial difficulties caused by several factors, which is the COVID-19 pandemic, disruption in the global supply chain, intense competition from low-cost imported textile products, and excessive debt financing, which resulting from aggressive business expansion. And these conditions led to a continuous decline in the company's financial performance, culminating in Sritex being declared bankrupt by the Semarang Commercial Court in late 2024. And the problem statement and objective we're gonna talk about is the first one, research questions. How was Retax financial performance before bankruptcy? And what are the results of the Altman Z-score analysis? And what internal and external factors contributed to the company's bankruptcy? And the objective, to examine Sritex financial performance during the crisis period, to evaluate the company's bankruptcy risk using the Altman Z-score model, and to identify the key factors that led to the collapse of Sritex. And for the Altman Z-score model, before that, I'm going to talk about the Z-score. The Altman Z-score is a financial model used to predict the probability of corporate bankruptcy based on several financial ratios. The modified Z-score formula, the manufacturing company is going public, is Z equals to 1.2x1 plus 1.4x2 plus 3.3x3 plus 0.6x4 plus 0.99x5. And for the criteria, if the Z is over 2.9, it means it's in healthy zone. And if 1.23 is less than equal Z equal less than equal 2.9p, it's gray zone. And if the Z less than 1.23 is in this distress zone. And for the financial condition of Sritex, and the company's financial statements indicate a significant deterioration in financial performance, which negative equity continued to increase, indicating insolvency, and the total debt reached approximately about 1.6 billion USD. By the end of 2024, and the total assets of Sritex declined and become insufficient to cover liabilities. The company report continuous net losses since 2021, and the liquidity and solvency ratios weakened considerably over time. And for the net sales data in 2021 up to 2022, for in 2021, for the netto sales is about 847 million US dollars, and in 2022 is about 524 million. And in 2023, it happens to decrease. And so basically a decline of over 300 million due to the pandemic, cheap imports, and a slowdown in exports. And for the net loss data in 2021 and 2022, the 2021 in year 2021, they lost about 1 billion US dollar, and in 2022 they lost about 395 million US dollar. And from based on the data, because the liabilities is less than the assets, Sritex had capital deficiency, which means negative equity. And for the next slide, I will be presented by my friend.
for this slide is negative equity data. For 2021 is 30, 18, and 19 point 40, 49, and 2 to 27 and 7 US dollar. And for the 2022 is 771 and 0, 1 and 8 and 0.56 and 9 US dollar. For the reason insolvency, liabilities exceeding assets, and inability to cover loss. Next. And next slide is cash flow data, cash and cash equivalents. So for the table is cash and and we can see for the table. So for the analysis, cash reserve are minuscule compared to billions of dollars in debts. So it's a liquidity crisis. Next. So for the Altman Z-score analysis, the analysis reveals the most Z-score components were in unfavorable condition. Cross-functional analysis, first is X1 is working capital total assets was negative, reflecting a working capital deficit. And the second X2 retained earnings and total assets was negative due to accumulated loss. And the third X3 is EBIT and total asset was negative, indicating poor operating profitability. So for the last is X4, market value of equity and total liabilities was close to zero because the company market value was far below in its debt obligation. So the Altman Z-score was below 1.23 and even negative in some period, placing Sritex in the distress zone long before the official bankruptcy declaration. Next. So for the cause of bankruptcy, PT Sritex is internal factors. First is excessive leverage resulting from aggressive expansion strategies. Second is liquidity problems that limited the company ability to repay debt and interest obligation. Persistent operating loss and declining profitability. And last is heavy depends on debt financing. So for the external factor is the COVID-19 pandemic, which reduced global demand for textile products. The Russia-Ukraine conflict, which disrupt supply chains and international trade, and growing competition from low-cost imported textile products. And the last is the influx of illegal textile imports, making domestic products less competitive. Next. So for the conclusion about this material, the analysis shows the PT Sritex experience suffers prolonged deterioration in its financial condition prior to bankruptcy. The company record negative equity, continuously increasing liabilities, and declining asset values, indicating a state of insolvency. So the result of the Altman Z-score analysis plus Sritex in the distress zone is Z less from 1.23 suggesting that the company had a very high probability of bankruptcy and was no longer capable of sustaining normal business operation without a comprehensive financial restructuring. The collapse of Sritex was driven by a combination of internal and external factors. Particularly is excessive foreign currency debt burden, declining profitability, and liquidity problems. This challenge were further the textile further intensive by external pressures such as the influx of low-cost imported textile product, disruptions in global supply chains, and weakening global demand following the COVID-19 pandemic. Overall, the finding indicate that the warning sign of financial distress had been evident several years before the company was officially declared bankrupt in 2024. So maybe this is all from us. Thank you for watching.